President and CEO of Caesars Entertainment, Gavin Isaacs, CEO of Scientific Games, and Greg Carlin, CEO of Rush Street Gaming. They're going to come up here in a moment. They're going to have a panel that will be ably moderated by Bo Bernhard of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and the International Gaming Institute. We trust that you're going to find this to be informative. I know Bo has put together a group of, or a set of direct and very candid questions, really devised to get these guys giving what's really on their minds and the true feedback that I know you'll benefit from. So with that, let me invite the CEOs to come up here and turn this over to Bo.
Good walk-off music as we step into the up to the plate here. That was hip stuff.
Nobody tripped. Almost.
I'm Bo Bernhard. I'm the Executive Director of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas' International Gaming Institute. And I'm honored to be up here chatting with the folks we have gathered up here on stage. Last year this was a lot of fun. Last year we did the operators on one day, and we did the suppliers on another day, and we thought that this year would really be productive to embrace this very spirit of G2E and having both entities up together, working together, being collaborative, at least in conversation, talking about some of the big issues of the day. So what I'd like to do is give you first a little bit of introduction. I'm going to go a little bit off script. You all have the formal bios of each of the esteemed gentlemen up here, but I want to share just a little bit of what I've observed thus far of each of my friends up here on the panel. Greg, I've come to know off the field a fair amount. And one of the things I really like about you, Greg, is that you started off very much as a consumer of this product. You and I have talked about being college guys and heading off early in our gambling careers off to some of the new casinos out in the Northeast, and now you're the CEO of casinos out in the Northeast. That has to be kind of crazy for you, but I really like the fact that you're somebody that very clearly buries yourself in the customer experience, is very passionate about that, and look forward to having that very sort of conversation here today. Greg Carlin, of course, is CEO of Rush Street Gaming. Gavin Isaacs, I could tell all sorts of stories about, and I shan't, I will not. But I will actually share a story again. Gavin Isaacs, who I don't know if you've seen this month's Global Gaming Business, in what's totally not a photoshopped picture. Damn good looking in this picture. But it says the king of all gaming. This is my Chris Farley moment, I suppose, if you've seen the Chris Farley show on Saturday Night Live. So, Gavin, this says, the king of all gaming, Gavin Isaacs. Is that true? I've made Gavin Isaacs speechless, which actually I was hoping to do. The story I want to share, though, of Gavin's generosity. Last year, at about this time, you were racing around the planet, trying to raise money, talking to bankers all over the planet. And at the end of a long, I believe, 25-day tour of the world's bankers, we had asked you to come speak to UNLV, and come speak to our students. And your staff was all over you about this and said, look, this was up in Lake Tahoe. It's gorgeous, but it's tough to get to Lake Tahoe. And at the end of a long trip, you hadn't been back to see your staff, you hadn't been back to see your family. And your company was very much encouraging you to blow this off and say, don't go see Bo and the UNLV gang up in Lake Tahoe. And you insisted on joining us. You then insisted on taking us across the street to a bar in Lake Tahoe. The Lucky Beaver is the unfortunate name. It's an actual name of an actual bar in Lake Tahoe, but where you revealed your leadership style to a group of very grateful next generation leaders of the gaming industry. And much as that's a really funny story, it's actually a very revealing story of your generosity and your leadership style, and I mean that in the sense of how the folks who work with you really enjoy working with you. And I've heard much the same about you, Mark. You and I got to know each other a bit in Scottsdale out for a retreat. And one of the things I really like about Mark, who of course now is CEO at Caesars, this is an individual who's been CEO of 2 Fortune 500 companies before he ever set foot in a casino company, to oversee a casino company. And we were together with a whole group of CEOs from the industry, and this was sort of the first time you had met many of these individuals. And it would have been very easy for you to go into lecture mode. Let me tell you all the things that I bring to you from the time that I was heading up Hertz and thinking about tourism at a macro scale. And it would have been very easy to come in lecturing. I'm a lecturer, I'm a university professor, we're a bunch of blowhard lecturers. Your predecessor was a university professor and a lecturer, and I say this affectionately, and one might even suggest that that lecture mode sort of extended into his period of leadership at Caesars. And one of the things that was very striking about you with that esteemed group was how well you collaborated, listened, were deferential to expertise, and then incorporated all of that into your own understanding and shared it with folks. So it was a tremendous demonstration of leadership to listen. And I'm really looking forward to having the conversation that we're all going to have here today, thinking about the future of this industry and where it is today. So once more, this is a good group. It's a group that has a lot of interesting things to say, so let's get right to it.